If you're listening to these words, it's because you love Pokémon, and for all these years, these videos have been a place where people like us, people this saga touched at some point in their lives, could meet again. But today, there's an uncomfortable conversation we need to have, something I owe you, and something I owe the child who once fell in love with Pokémon. I don't like my own videos anymore. This whole journey with Pokémon began as a mystery, a beautiful one. Whenever someone asked me the usual question, why Pokémon, I never really knew how to answer. All I knew was that even though there were countless topics I loved and could have built a channel around, there was something. A hidden desire that made me choose Pokémon without hesitation. I couldn't explain it, but it made everything feel magical. Scripts poured out of my mind onto the page almost effortlessly. I edited my videos, clumsily at first, but always smiling, imagining what those few viewers might feel when they heard a certain anecdote, or when that nostalgic song kicked in at just the right moment. Back then, I didn't even have internet at home. I had to go to my city's library just to edit videos, but none of that mattered, because every time a new idea appeared, I felt overwhelmed by excitement, by all the adventures I was about to tell, and the cycle kept going. Slowly, naturally, I began connecting with many of you, people who had lived Pokémon in a similar way during childhood, and who resonated with this energy without forcing it. Over the years, I've slowly understood what that hidden desire really was. Like for many of us, Pokémon has always been by my side. Literally, the games were released in Japan just 1 week after I was born. From that moment on, our paths were intertwined. My first steps as a child, barely understanding the dialogue and constantly getting lost, waking up at absurd hours on weekends just to watch the anime in awe, inventing rumors and theories with classmates, walking through the streets with friends, Nintendo DS in hand, searching for Wi-Fi, battling during recess. Pokémon was always there, but not just as a game. Every event related to these creatures felt pure, intense, different from anything else. So much so that I truly believe Pokémon helped shape who I am and how I see the world. And that purity, that innocent way of experiencing life, that's what I was unconsciously recreating in my videos. I wanted the world to pause. I wanted that, in this unstable and hostile reality, anyone who clicked on one of my videos could spend 15 minutes feeling what it was like to discover Pokémon as a child. But something changed. Adulthood crept in, the pressure to move forward, the obsession with progress, the ambition to leave a legacy, and without noticing, I drifted away from that purpose. Videos meant to evoke happier times turned into cold opinions and analyses about topics that sometimes meant nothing to me. Scripts were written not because I had something exciting to share, but because I thought the topic would perform well. Edits became mechanical, efficient, empty. I stopped creating from the heart and started filling space. Even though I know that innocence and love still exist inside me, I let them fade, to the point where many of my recent videos barely resemble the energy I began with. That apathy didn't stop there. It spread, quietly, like a disease, into other areas of my life. I became grayer, more neutral, weaker. That fire that once defined me was gone. Until now. I've decided to hit reset, to create a new channel where, before starting work on any new video, I'll bring back those rituals meant to revive my inner child. Taking my time to reread my old magazines, to draw characters while watching something that inspires me and soaking in that essence, to include my own art in my videos, something that filled my soul in ways you can't imagine but that I slowly abandoned due to lack of time and the need to optimize my workflow as much as possible. Little by little, I'll also re-upload the best videos from this channel there, giving them a facelift, improving the editing so that the content where I truly gave 100% isn't lost. You'll find the new channel in the description and the pinned comment, and rest assured, every time you see a new video there, you can click, knowing it will be a mysterious and exciting event, not a generic opinion or analysis made just to keep up appearances, but something that lets you experience Pokémon as it has always been for me, a mystery, a romance, A waltz that will never end. See you there.